Hey guys, welcome to a different type of video. Today we're going to be mainly, it's going to become more of like a dev vlog, I guess. I'm going to be showing you guys how I work, what I'm making. This is for a real project. It's for my new group called Vanguard. And today we are going to be working on the bank. So the idea for the bank is we want players to be able to come in and rob the bank, and there's going to be multiple stages. So there's going to be a little obstacle course that you need to go through in order to get to the vault. Once you get to the vault, you have to go through a different obstacle course to get out of the bank, and once you're out of the bank, then you can escape. So we are going to be doing that today, and this isn't the tutorial, so I'm just going to be talking through my thought process on different things that we do. And if you guys have any questions, of course, you guys can message me on Discord. My DMs are always open, or you can head over to the Vanguard Discord server, which will be in the description, and we can talk there. So first we have to create a little fake bank that we can code on. So make sure this is anchored. I should probably insert a dummy too to get sizing right. So it's going to be a very crude, simple bank, and I like to have this on 1. Makes everything look pretty, in my opinion. So yeah, so they'll come through here. Of course, this isn't the actual layout of the bank, it's just for the code, because this would be horrible for a layout of a bank. But for example, come through here, make these a bit taller, because we have to add a second door as well. So we'll add a little roof. Simple roof here. Awesome. So pretend this is like a door to the vault. They'll walk through here. Then here's where we'll add in all the obstacles, which will mainly just be laser beams and stuff you have to jump over to avoid. If you get hit, you die. Pretty simple. And then at the end of the tunnel, or we'll move this closer just for the testing. There's no need to walk that far. We will expand our roof. Oops. Excellent. So we'll walk through here. And then in here, this is where the vault will be. We'll change this up a bit. Make it like 3 over. All right. So vault is here, and then we'll add in some money. Cool, so that's the fake money. Actually, I want it to be so they have to click multiple things to capture the money. So create something like this maybe. Add another one here. Then we're going to put these all in a folder. So the way I like to do folders is to take everything, group them, insert a model into the folder, take all the parts, and then just put them in the folder, then ungroup. It's quick, easy in my opinion, especially if you're working on larger games. And we will name that folder money. Excellent. And then I guess we could expand our roof over the vault. But we don't really need a roof, actually. We do need a roof here, though, and I'll show you guys why. We are going to put in a door here. There's going to be 2 doors. Well, yeah, well, there'll be... I guess there's only going to be 1 door, so they'll come in here, blow... You'll have to blow this door up. You can just blow it up. Everyone will have some random C4 on them that they can use to blow this up. For testing anyways, we might change that when the game actually releases, that you have to go buy C4 somewhere or some type of bomb. But yeah, so you'll be able to blow this up. You'll come in to the vault, pass the obstacle course, get your money, and then we'll add another door over here for the escape. Yeah. And then more obstacle courses. Be in here somewhere. We'll get to that when we get there. So what will happen is that door will blow up, it will disappear, and then once all the money, or once like people start taking money from the money pit here, this door will come back. So the only way out is through this other door here that will take them through the next obstacle course. Excellent. So let's also put this in its own folder. And we'll name this folder Interactables. Actually, we're going to put our money folder in there too. We're going to name the part door. The rest of these items here can go into another folder. And I like to use folders rather than groups, because you can select individual parts inside of a folder where you can't with a group, and it also it looks cleaner if when your hierarchy or explorer there is filled with folders instead of models. We'll just name this frame or something, and we'll also add in a few red laser beams that we have to jump over. And in a moment here we'll start coding. Now eventually we'll make these beams move around. We'll probably add a few more obstacles too as I start reading some suggestions from the Discord, if you guys have any there. Is that even? That is not. That's going to drive people nuts. And actually, we're going to delete a few of them because I don't want to have to jump over that many. Yeah, that's fine. And actually, we'll just create another folder here quickly. We'll name this folder laser beams, and we're going to keep that separate. Then we'll create a final folder, put everything inside that folder, and name it bank. Save that real quick, and I do not need McAfee open or Chrome. Awesome. Or Origin. Let's head over to VS Code. So we're going to be using VS Code to do all of our coding. So first we have to, I haven't set up anything really except I downloaded a React for our UI. Oh, also we should also have a replicated storage here, and I do have that already set up there. So, oh wait, we already did have that. Right, so let's just add a new folder in here called components then. All right, so first we have to set up our kind of like the time. I want to call it like a timeline. So basically, first you have to open it up, then you have to cross obstacle course, and then you can start taking money. Actually, we should probably, we'll do that with code actually. We'll insert the click detectors. So let's do that first actually. We'll create a new script. Bank.server. We'll make a server script on a module. All right, so first let's make a variable for our bank. And that will be the workspace.bank. Right, because that's where we named the folder there, yep. Oh, I'll set up all the linting stuff for next video, I guess. Forgot to do that for this one. Yep, so bank there. We'll create a function. Set up money. And so for setup money, we are going to put a click detector inside of all these monies. So we also create a new variable for local interactables. would be bank.interactables. And what else did we have there? We had laser beams. Equals bank.laser beams. Did I do a capital or a lowercase? Capital. B. All right. So first we're going to set the money. So we shall be creating another variable here for money. Interactables.money. So for, I guess we'll call it money stack in I pairs. And then it will be money get children. Do. And then we will do local click. Click detector. Make this a bit bigger. Local click detector equals instance.new. Then we'll put a click detector. Excellent. And now, when we click the click detector, do a function. We'll get the player who clicked it. Oops. And for now, we'll just print the player for testing. Right, that's a bad formatter. Let's actually turn off formatting. It's here somewhere. Let's see. Set that to false. Now when I save it, it won't look stupid. Okay, sweet. So let's test that. So we should have click detectors all throughout these parts now. Assuming there's no errors, which there most certainly will be. Oh, we never called the function, of course. That is a plugin error. We will ignore that. So if we actually call the setup money function, and so what's happening? We're actually we created a script in our game here that came right from VS Code using Rojo. Oh, so right, we forgot to type in connect, didn't we? Connect. So simple type. I do that mistake a lot, actually, forgetting to type in connect. So now when we hover over these money bricks, we never parented the click detector. So click detector, a parent is equal to the money stack. And now when we test it, it will show up. And when we click it, it will say Captain Lettuce in the output on all of them. Sweet. So now what we want to do is when we click that money stack, it'll make the money stack invisible for a certain amount of time, and then it will come back. So let's actually set the variable for that. So we'll call it local stack. That's not how you spell stack. Hide time. We'll set it to 5 seconds. That might, well, it's a variable, so we can change that later. Well, I guess it's technically a constant, but whatever. So when we click it, we are going to make the money stack dot transparency equals 1. I really have to set that linting. And then we'll wait for the hide time. Then we'll set the transparency back to 0, and we'll probably just change it to a mesh in the future, which means that code will still work for a mesh rather than having a model of money stack or money's stacked. So now when we click, it will wait 5 seconds, and then it will pop back. Sweet. Now we should also disable collision, so we can't do that. It looks kind of weird. Stack dot can collide equals false. Money stack dot can collide equals true. Excellent. Now we're also going to keep track of how much money each player has, I guess, collected throughout the process. So, we'll create another function here, local function add money to player, then amount. Now we might actually, yeah, we're going to get rid of that amount because we're going to decide the amount within this function. And we'll create a table up here for local. Player monies. That's we'll do collected money, and then we'll make that a table. So then we'll do collected money player if it's not already established. Set it up here. As an empty table, and then local money to add. We're going to set up a new random. And then we'll do next, I guess we'll do next integer because we don't want decimals. If I can spell integer. And then it'll be some value. We'll actually create values for that constants up here. Minimum money. And then we'll set that to like 10. That will definitely be increased before we release this. Then we'll set max money to 100. So it'll be some amount of money between these two. So then we will do, and I'm not sure if the link supports this. The built-in one, the studio here, is going to give me an error probably. Yeah, it is. So we are not going to do the increments like that, unfortunately, because I don't want those errors to pop up. And then instead of +1, we'll do plus money to add. Excellent. And now we just have to call this function when we click the money stack. And I guess also we'll print how much money we've collected up to this point. So now when we test, it's a pretty simple script so far. So, right, yeah. So instead of initializing it to a table, we should initialize it to 0. The output menu is your friend. Or your worst nightmare, depending on the day. So we've collected $19 from that one. Now we're up to 59, up to 123. Now we've collected all the money. So our money is incrementing the way we want it to increment. Excellent. Now we'll probably also want to limit the amount of money a player can get. So maybe we'll do max total money. They can't go above 1,000. That's probably too high for testing unless we, oh yeah, we'll do 1,000. Then we'll change these numbers to something more reasonable. So our player won't be able to collect more than $1,000. So we'll just add a simple check here. If the collected money for the player is above max total, then we'll just set it to max total. Now we could do a clamp function here, but I mean this is simple, so yeah, we're not going to worry about clamping. So now we shouldn't be able to go above 1,000 no matter how much money that we click. 407, 851, 1,000. Yeah, now we're stuck at 1,000. Sweet. Now we're actually going to create a simple, very simple UI for this. I'm just going to create a new folder here called screens. How do we want to do this? I will probably need to download Otter Actually, we don't have to do animations. We'll do animations next video, I guess. Create a new file here. Call it money.lua. And let's get started. So we're making the UI with React. We'll create another script in player, or start a player scripts later on. Local game get service. Right, I forgot VS Code had that. Oh, we want that to be a React. Require. We'll plop that bad boy in there. Dot library dot React. Sweet, and then we'll do local e equals React dot create element. And we're just gonna, for now, we're just gonna return a function, I guess. And yeah, we'll set that to, we'll set that to props, because we will have multiple. So we're gonna return a frame. Now I'm gonna actually create another few components here, just so it saves us time in the future. That's a folder. We're gonna name this background screen. For now, we're just going to copy and paste this. That has to be .lua. For now, we're just going to return a frame, and all of its props are just going to be props. That will work for now. We're also going to create another folder, or file, sorry, progress bar. I'm going to copy this. That is not how you spell Lua, so let's fix that. And for this one, we are going to return a frame. We're just going to set its size equal to udm2.new. It's going to take up the full height. Actually, yeah, that's going to, how do we want that to work? Yeah, because we're going to create another thingy inside of that, so. Props.current over props.max, and that will be inside of that. So this should be props.size then. We'll have a position. And then we'll just add more props and stuff as we develop more. And that's looking good, so we can close out these scripts. We don't need the bank server up or the default. So we're going to actually get some components here then. I guess we should make a variable for this then. Oops. Oops. So we will do that. Then we will also want the components folder. Replicate stores.components. Alright, we can clean this up. And then, actually, no, we're going to move this up here. And then we'll do local background screen equals require components.background screen. Copy and paste this for the progress bar. Excellent. So now here we're going to create a new background screen. And then we'll do 0.2. Doesn't really matter what the size is right now. So at the bottom of the screen, perhaps. And we'll do the anchor point. Excellent. And inside of that, we will have a progress bar. And that will be size 2. I guess we'll have to add the anchor point. Actually, we can just copy all those, can't we? Size, we'll set that 2.8. That's what I like. Set it to the center. I'll do 0.5 and then set that almost to the bottom, but not quite. Then in our progress bar script, we'll add in the anchor point stuff. Progress bar also wants, should be a capital C, current and max. So pass those in, and then we'll get that from that. Excellent. So now let's create our next file here, bankrobbing.lua. Now we'll have to create a remote, we'll get small, remote function here. So let's actually just copy that. Oh, that's not right at all. Replicated. That means they're probably all like that, aren't they? Money should be fine. Yeah, money's fine. I have the VS Code set up properly on my other PC, but I'm using my other one in my basement right now, so it's quieter. Yeah. So let's up here, let's do local robbing remote equals instance dot new remote event. We should probably create a remote event system for this. Up in replicated storage. That'll be a module script. Those open. Yes, and then we will do create a new folder. Sets names to remote, and then we'll do local remotes equals that, return remotes. And then we will do function remotes register name. So how do we want to do this? We'll want the function to create, a function to listen, right. So we'll also need the run service for this then, because both the client and the server will be using this. Register will be fine. So we're going to use it for creating the remote on the server and then getting the remote on the client, but we'll use the same function for it, I guess. I don't know if register is the right name, but we'll use it for now. So we'll do if it's the server, then we will create a new remote. And then we should also specify the type here. Yeah, so we should actually assert that. All right, so and then we'll just parent that. Excellent. So new remote is that. Actually, we probably should search for it. So we'll do so we'll only be able to, yeah, that's fine. We'll parent it and then return it. That means we don't actually need a listen function. That means we can just return this actually. That solves our problem. Why? Because we have this. Though this is, we don't want it to. Do we even need an insert? So actually, we'll do. If it's the client, then we won't assert because the type doesn't matter on the client. Let's copy paste this. Just straight return that. Excellent. So that's a remote system. Now we'll probably eventually one day maybe. Well, if we're going to do that, then we want to have that listen function. Whatever. We'll just keep it like this for now. It's already getting a bit more complex than I wanted to do for this video anyways. Yeah, so we're going to get that local remotes equals require replicate storage.remotes. Local bank remote equals remotes bank remote event. Here we're going to do bank remote fire client player got money. Then we'll do, well, we don't want to send more data than we have to, so we will keep it simple. So we'll send that will get the, yeah, we'll have to keep it like that. Yeah, and then we'll also just send the max then. All right, now we'll come over to here. We will just copy that. Oops. We'll copy all of this for now, and then we'll delete what we don't need. Need that. Oops, we do need that though. That. That. Connect function. I usually do request. I call it request here. So if the request is got money, then we'll do current equals current max equals dot dot dot. All right, it's time to do some row act. So row act there, and then we will local handle. Pretty sure it's a capital N, but we will figure that out in a second. If it's not, replicate storage dot components dot screens. What did we name that? We named it money. Actually, we will create another function here. Local money screen equals require that. Yeah, and then that will be fine, I guess. And then we'll do E. We'll create the money screen. All we have to send it is the current and the max. And then we'll get the props from up here. So for now, when we call it the first time, doesn't matter too much. I guess we'll just name it bank. Update it here, basically copying everything here. All right, 1,000 warnings, probably because of the row act. Yeah, so, but here we'll actually send the real current and the real max. This should actually be returning a screen GUI. And I don't know if I want that to reset on spawn yet. We will figure that out later when we start bug fixing, I guess. So hopefully if this all works, we will get a UI on our screen that shows us the percent of money we have, and we already have an error on line 1 of the bank server script because I did not spell game correctly. How many other places did I not spell game correctly? Probably like all of them. Bank robin, because I copied and pasted it all, right? So just group in one spot and just group in all of them. Okay, those all look fine. Save that, save that. Close tab to the right. What's that? Is client should be colon. Okay. That is in the remotes. Save this server then. Save that. Any more errors? Ooh, no errors. But no UI, so that's a problem. Very likely that yeah. Oh, what's, yeah, yeah. That should be a client script. Now, hopefully, it should put a UI on our screen. If, all right, because it's create element, isn't it? Not create component. I wonder if I did that in any of these ones. Okay, those are fine. I do create component all the time when I write. Mount, yeah, so it's lowercase. Wasn't sure, but we figured it out. That means update is also lowercase. If I can select it there. And now when we test, hopefully that's all of the bugs. Nope, mount is also, did we forget to require it? Yep, we did. Or I guess I did. You guys aren't involved in this. Okay, 41 minutes. Attempt to index nil with on-client event. Okay, so that's because we are probably looking for that. Let's see. Remote folder find for child. So maybe for the client, we will do wait for child. So what's happening behind the scenes is our remotes folder is creating this. Well, it's not creating that, I guess, because, oh, that's why we never. Oh, it should still work though. Let's see if this fixes it though. Oh yeah, because it's, yeah, okay, I get that. So now it might work. So we're going to rename that folder to remotes folder, actually. And that line is too long and it doesn't like that. I should make you happy, shouldn't it? We also have to name it. So new remote. Okay, so now let's test it. I don't know why it was creating all those extra scripts. Well, we don't have any UI because we're probably infinitely waiting for something. Yep. Why is it creating two remote folders? Ah, because it's one on the client, one on the server. So if then plop. Then we'll do it only if it's on the server, actually. We should probably wait. No, that's already gonna. We'll find out actually. It should already be there once our player joins. Except it is not. Line 22, remotes folder was nothing. Else. You didn't set it to anything, that's why. I guess we'll do wait for child just to be safe. All right, now let us test. All right, so now we have our horrible UI with our horrible progress bar, but now, okay, sweet, so it is working. Our bar looks horrible though, so let's give it some color and then we'll call it a night because it is getting pretty late. So, sweet, that makes me happy. background color 3 equals color 3 dot from RGB. I'm pretty sure I had, yes I did, okay. Well, it doesn't matter because we're going to set it to the props anyways. Props dot bar color in this case. And then we'll eventually probably create one for the background color. That's why I named that one bar color, not just standard color. That was controlled in the money thing here. Bar color equals that. Then we'll set it to fancy looking green color. Come on, pop up. Yeah. So now when we test this out, if all went to plan, our bar will be not green apparently. Bar color, progress bar, background color 3. Okay, let's try to do Z index in. I hope it was that simple. I mean, it can't be. It's never that simple. Why would it not change the color though? Bank, money system, progress bar, bar. Didn't change the color. Background color 3. Background color 3. Don't need that then. Bar, I probably spelled color the right way and one of them in the wrong way in the other. Yep. That's what I get for being Canadian. Now it will be green. I promise it will be green. Promise. Yes, it's green. Sweet. Now, obviously, that UI looks like complete garbage, so we will be working on that. Actually, we might do. No, we'll finish the base bank scripts and then we'll make the UI look pretty. So next video we will probably start doing stuff with these bars here to make them move around or whatever and jump over them. Click the money. We'll probably also do the C4 door. Actually, we'll probably do the C4 door next episode. And then the bars after that, or we might combine them. Depends how long it takes, I guess. But we'll have to create a interaction system for that door, because I want so when you walk up to the door, you hold down E or whatever to plant your bomb, and then it beeps for a few seconds, and then boom, you walk in, jump over the bars, collect all your fancy monies. Then that door is now closed, so you have to go out this way, which will lead you to another obstacle course. And yeah, so that's the end of this video. I'm not sure how often I'm going to upload these, when I'm going to upload them, what's going to be in them. It's just going to kind of wing it, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe to the channel because I'll be posting them here. Make sure you join our Vanguard Discord server to keep up with other development updates. I will probably also make videos on the map updates and whatnot, just because I can. So we'll be able to see some of the behind the scenes and some of the stuff we're working on there too. And if you were following along on this, creating your own bank system, I mean, good for you. This wasn't a tutorial by any means, but I'm not going to stop you from using it as source material if you want to learn. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video.